Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Robert Garnell, and you are tuned in to the Bergman Sports Radio Network, one of the most internationally trusted sources for sporting news. Included in today's programming, the results of Matchday 5 at the Internazionale Open in ATS, as well as other events abroad such as the World Bowl and the Serial Bowl. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the results of Matchday 5 from the Internazionale Open. Ivan Krush of Bergnavinia, the top-seeded Bergnavinia player competing in this tournament, defeated John Newton of ROP quite easily in a three-set match. Ivan was forced to win a 7-6, 7-5 first set, but rallied to win the second and third sets 6-4, 6-4. The win puts Krush at the top of his group with a 4-0 record, just ahead of Ned Ham of Civil Citizenry. In Group 4, there was a shock to see Stanley Charles of Bergnavinia lose to Charlie Bruno of SDH in a 4-set match. Charles won the first set 6-2, but dropped the second, third, and fourth sets 6-4, 6-3, 7-6, 7-4. The loss puts Charles in second place in Group 4, with a 3-1 record just behind Bradley Krodjovic of Thetius. In Group 5, Joshua Fuller of Bergnavinia was thrilled to have an easy 3-set win over Alex Dam of ROP. Fuller won the match at 6-4, 6-3, 6-2, and that gives him a 3-1 record tied with Philippe Kamanji of Thetius and Thomas Jameson of Cosumar. Bergnavinia's Pete Foulet did quite well in Group 8. He won a 3-set match over James Banner of ROP 6-2, 7-5, 6-2. The win puts Foulet in the third place position in his group with a 3-1 record, just behind Belisar of Civil Citizenry and Bromson of Cosumar, who both have 4-0 records. Before we continue on to other sporting news, let's first have a word from our sponsors. The Bergnavian Sports Radio Network is sponsored by Crystal Cruise Lines, wishing you a happy and joyous journey to your destination. To register your port for a port of entry for the cruise line or to book a cruise, visit their global economics page. The Bergnavian Sports Radio Network is also sponsored by Jory Jory Bottling Company. Jory Jory Bottling Company boasts of their new energy drink, Ernex, which tastes great, is packed with vitamins, and best of all, has no crash. To buy this or any of their other drinks, visit their global economics page. The Bergnavian Sports Radio Network is also sponsored by Bergbucks Incorporated, wishing you a happy morning. Bergbucks Incorporated is one of the largest coffee franchises in the nation-state's world, and if you wish to purchase a coffee or to open a franchise in your nation, visit their global economics page. Finally, Bergbucks Incorporated is sponsored by Joshua Fuller Photography, one of the finest photography studios in all of Bergnavinia. To look at some of his portrait samples or to see any of his artistic works, visit him on The Bergnavian Sports Radio Network is also sponsored by listeners like you. Thank you. Now, onto other sporting news in the NS world. In the Serial Bowl, which is the young football tournament, the Bergnavinian Cowboys did very well in their Matchday 4 results, winning their match over the Palm Coast Clubs 36-13. The win puts the Cowboys at a 2-2 record, in third place in the group just behind the Spartans and the Crystal Lakes. Also, at the FTF World Indoor Soccer Championships, Bergnavinia was disappointed to lose their Matchday 8 result to Kazoria. They lost 2-3. The loss puts Bergnavinia with 10 points in fourth place of their group just behind the Polar Islandites and Undead Soldierland. And finally, turning to one of the greatest NS sporting events other than the Internazionale Open, in which Bergnavinia is currently competing. Bergnavinia did extremely well in Group 5 in the World Bowl yesterday, defeating Dorian and Sanaya 40-29. The win gives Bergnavinia a 5-3 record, just behind Della Clava, who has a 7-1 record. Thank you for listening to this edition of the Bergnavian Sports Radio Network. In order to get the latest and greatest in NS sporting coverage news, be sure to tune in for further programming and follow us on our Tumblr page at bsrn.tumblr.com. We also offer unique opportunity for global economics companies to advertise us. If you wish to do so, please email us at bsrn.live@yahoo.com. Thank you, and for all of us at BSRN, I'm Robert Sutton.